creator, chances are that you're probably wondering how to respond to ambassador emails or brand collaboration emails that brands send you. You're probably getting a ton of those in your inbox, especially those for gifted campaigns or ambassador programs. I mean, it's really a great position to be in, first of all, because it means that you're attracting brands, which means you're doing something right. But how the heck do you navigate this process of answering all these emails requesting different things? How do you respond if they're actually wanting to work with you? And what do you do if they're only looking for unpaid campaigns? How do you respond to these brands and then turn them into long-term, high-quality partnerships? Well, let's dive into it. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen, and I'm a content creator as well as a creator coach at Soulcialmate, and I host a podcast every Tuesday called Social Scoop, where we teach entrepreneurial creators to turn their online influence into a profitable, self-sustaining business. Each week in our videos here on YouTube, you're gonna learn about how to be a more successful creator and how to monetize in a way that's sustainable for you. Don't forget, in a recent episode of Social Scoop Podcast, we interviewed Jordan Nicholson, who is a creator coach and an extremely successful full-time creator, and she's teaching us everything we need to know about building long-term relationships with brands. Also, don't forget that those timestamps are down below in the description so you can hop around and find exactly what you're looking for. So whether you're pitching to a brand or you get an email in from a brand, there's a lot of different situations that you might have to navigate. Today, we're gonna walk through some of the most popular different situations that you might find yourself in, and I'm gonna share with you how I typically respond to those emails. Situation number one, the brand is only offering gifted campaigns. Now, unless you're a brand new creator, you really shouldn't be taking on campaigns that are unpaid. Typically, I suggest that brand new creators do a few unpaid partnerships so that they can build a portfolio and get comfortable creating content for brands for an actual partnership. But if you're a creator who's already done that, there's really no need for you to keep doing things where you're not getting paid. There's no reason why you should be putting your time, money, and energy into creating content in exchange for a $20 t-shirt, especially if you are an established creator. So what do you do if a brand emails and says, we want to work with you, but we don't have a budget? My response is typically written up to show them that I'm really interested in working with them, but I can't work for free. Typically, I'll start this email off by explaining that I am interested in working with the brand and why I'm interested in working with the brand. If I'm asking for money, I find that it works a lot better if I have some information to kind of back it up and show why I'm a good fit for working with the brand. So if it's a product I know my audience is really going to be interested in, I'll make sure to solidify that through email so that they really know they're choosing a good brand partner. Then I typically go into 1 or 2 sentences explaining why I'm unable to take on an unpaid partnership. At the end of the day, we really shouldn't have to explain why we don't want to work for free as creators, but I find that I have to do this more often than I would like to. Just to strengthen my response, I typically explain to them that my work takes time, energy, money, effort, all things that I do deserve to be paid for. Not to mention my endorsement. I've been a creator for years. I have a very loyal audience who trusts me, and that's worth something. As a creator, you have access to a very specific target audience of people, and to give a brand access to that audience is really, really valuable. You have to remember that as a creator. It's really easy for creators and influencers to not really see their value because this is a fun job and it feels really easy for us, but at the same time, this is worth something. I typically end this email by just asking if there's any wiggle room in the budget where they can maybe meet me somewhere near a budget so that we're able to kind of find a place that works for the both of us. I also like to mention that I'm open to creating a custom package if they're able to provide me with a budget. And in this case, I typically will give them a few different options of what I can offer them at the budget that they are telling me that they have. And then we send the email off and hope for the best. The next scenario you might find yourself in is the brand is only offering affiliate partnerships or ambassador partnerships. Now, this is a really similar situation to the brand only offering gifted because typically it doesn't come with any formal compensation. And when I say formal compensation, I mean a flat rate for a specific amount of deliverables. A less formal partnership might look like an ambassador program where you're given a discount code and you get a percentage commission on all of the sales that you make. But this is in no way guaranteed that you're gonna make any money or that you're gonna make an amount of money that you can actually live off of, which is why I don't consider it formal compensation. Typically, my email response looks really similar to what it would look like for a gifted partnership, but I typically like to kind of take home the point that I am interested in working with them long term, just like an ambassador would. But instead of just being an ambassador where I am only getting a commission, I do tell them that I need a formal compensation agreed upon in order to take on this partnership, but that I'm able to offer discounts for long-term partnerships. My email might say something along the lines of, I'm really interested in being an ambassador for the brand and help to contribute to your long-term success. And then I would talk about how I actually need to get paid for that. I'll usually end off this email asking if they want to chat any further about rates or different campaign ideas that I might have, but I always love to try and get on a call with the brand, especially if I'm looking to do anything long-term with them. Option number 3 that you might run into here is that the brand is not working on collaborations at this time. And I'll tell you something right here, you're never gonna know if this is the truth or if the brand is just saying that because they don't want to work with you. If I'm being honest, it really could go both ways. This is kind of a way that a brand could kind of let you off gently. Now, because we don't really know exactly what the brand means by this every single time, there's really not a lot of options here on how you can respond, but there is one thing that I typically would recommend doing in this email. First things first, I'll usually tell them that I will check in with them again in about a month to see if anything with their campaigns has changed. I literally will go on my Google Calendar, add it into the calendar a month from the day that I get that email, and then I will send a follow-up email on that date just saying, hey, what's going on? Anything new with the campaigns? I'd still really love to work with you. So sometimes you need to take that initiative to actually start working with the brand and reminding them when they might have new campaign opportunities available that you still exist and are interested. Also, if you have a media kit, this is a great time to attach your media kit and let them know that you wanted to send over your media kit so that they have it on file for any future collaborations that might come up. And again, we kind of just hope for the best at the end of this situation. Now, scenario number 4, that is the best case scenario. The brand responds and asks you for their rates. They're interested in working with you. Now, this means that they actually do have interest in partnering with you and that you're getting that negotiation process started right now. In this email, I typically start off by thanking them for their response and telling them that I'm really interested in starting a collaboration with them. Now, there's 2 things that can happen here. The first thing, the brand might actually tell you these are the specific deliverables that we are looking for. And in that scenario, I will respond with my rates for those specific deliverables that they've requested. The other scenario is the brand might just say, hey, we're really interested in working with you. What are your rates for everything? This is a situation where I would send my rate card so that they have an outline of what all my rates look like. Now, one thing you might be wondering is when you send your rates to a brand, if they're looking for specific content and you're sending over a proposal for specific rates, should you just send them in an email, or is there a more professional way to actually send those rates? Don't get me wrong, you can definitely just send them an email, but typically if I'm asking for thousands of dollars from a brand, I usually like to present it in a way that's very professional and that gets them excited to work with me, because brands love to work with people who are organized and who put in extra time and energy into creating this content, and creating a beautiful proposal is actually part of that. All of our members in our Soulcialmate monthly creator membership actually have a free proposal template that we put together. This template will show you exactly what you need in your proposal that you're sending off to a brand, and it's a template so you can actually just go ahead and use it yourself. If you want to learn more about our creator membership, it is the best place for anyone who's looking to take this career more seriously and hopefully make it full-time. You can learn more about it in the description. Typically at the end of this email, I will offer to hop on a call with the brand, and I really love to do this with brands that I know are interested in working with me. I know it might seem really scary to actually talk face-to-face with a brand, but when you actually get on a video call or a phone call with the brand, they're able to meet you and really fall in love with your personality, which can be a great selling point for someone who they're going to be in a partnership with. If you're a little nervous about getting on a call with a brand, we actually have some really great tips on how to prepare for the brand call in our anti-pitch method masterclass. It's a free masterclass that's linked down below that you can check out to learn how to create connections with brands without actually pitching. It's one of my favorite methods methods, and it's easily how I've gotten the most collaborations in 2022. If there are any other situations that you guys have found yourself in and are not really sure how to respond in email, let me know down below in the comments so I can help you out. We also have a really great forum for this in our creator membership where you can actually get feedback from me and other creators who have been in the same situation. If you've made it this far and haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit that big red subscribe button so that you can get notified every single time that we share a new video for creators. You can also tap on the bell notifications so that you don't miss anything that we have planned for you, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up. Also, don't forget, down in the description below, we have a link to our Social Scoop podcast episode with Jordan Nicholson, who is a creator and a creator coach who is full-time and has really taught us so much about building relationships with brands, which is definitely something that you seem interested in if you clicked on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.